Welcome everyone. This is Arch Gabe, and this clip I'm going to discuss about uh, weather modification and cloud seeding, and I'm going to provide you know compelling evidence right from the horse's mouth, the ones that's behind all the extreme weather we've been experiencing in our lives. I'd say maybe I guess for the past 70 plus years, but I'm gonna, share some very helpful information. But those of you that's sub to my channel, you probably follow me on Twitter. But if you're new to my channel and you're not following me on Twitter, definitely want to stick around. Uh, and then I just want to say hit like and subscribe. I want to, it's about getting this channel out there to more people. It's all about the algorithms with YouTube. So yeah, I'm going to discuss about the weather modification. This is one of the major issues we're dealing with in our society. Okay, this is everyone's problem. Okay, and this photo right here, I think I found this photo. I don't know if it was on Facebook or on Twitter, but it was very interesting photo to see this. I'm like, wow, you know. Uh, so yeah, I've seen some crazy stuff in the sky, but this photo here, I figured I'd just pick that, grab people's attention and using that as a thumbnail. But yeah. All right, so I'm gonna get right to it. This gentleman that talks about weather modification, what's been going on above us for a long time. This gentleman here, Dane Wiggerton, sub to his channel. He talks about some heavy stuff. He's been researching this stuff for quite a long time, and yeah, definitely check him out. I learned a lot in this topic, as far as the chemicals, uh, you know, what they put in the sky. It's amazing. I watched this video of his magnetic rain. I didn't watch his latest one, but right here, this one right here, yeah, you definitely want to listen to this clip here too. Um, Also, I wanted to mention here this gentleman, Dane Wiggerton. He was a guest on this person's show. His name is, let me scroll down here. Well, he go by Health Ranger Report, but the website right here, I will put the information down on my description below. I try to share it on Twitter, but Twitter wasn't, Twitter tried to block. They basically block sharing this link here. I even tried to use bit.ly to disguise a link, and it still wasn't going through. It's like, oh wow, this is interesting. But I will post the link to this. You definitely want to hear this. This is a long clip. This one, I say start at 38 minutes and 10 seconds. Uh, what they talk about is Hurricane Ian last year, and how Hurricane Ian basically uh, was controlled. You know, very strange behavior of this hurricane. But yeah, definitely start at 38 minutes and 10 seconds. Okay, I'm gonna post a link in the description below. So just in case YouTube does something funny and not allowing me to post the link on my description, uh, just look up here, and hopefully anyone will, look up the site and look him up. His username is Health Ranger Report. So hopefully you'll find him. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to start off. I have a lot of windows open. I'm going to start off here. Uh, the government, the so-called government, the U.S. government, have been basically manipulating the weather for a long time. Um, those that maybe, I'm not sure if anyone is listening. If you're not really familiar with the weather modification or geoengineering, if you're not, anyway, I just wanted to post these windows here. I have this interesting article here, Operation Popeye. Okay, uh, during the Vietnam War, they basically experimented in using weaponized the weather against the Vietnamese during that time. This is unbelievable. I mean, this is truly unbelievable. Uh, the same method has as they do here in the states, but definitely look up Operation Popeye, this website. I'll post this. I will post a link in the description below, folks. And I found another interesting. It's a PDF here. Project Skywalker. Sky Skywater. Excuse me. Damn. Skywalker. Wow. Project Skywater. You definitely want to read this, folks. Okay, it's 35 pages. I will. It's a PDF. It's a government link. I will post this at the description. Definitely want to read this stuff. Okay. All right, folks. Now, the government, you see, there's the weather modification program is huge. Okay. Uh, Now they're not keeping this under some lock and key, folks. Okay, this is not a conspiracy theory nonsense. Okay, folks, the system is this government, the so-called government, is literally telling you what they have been doing, what they've been doing for a long time. Okay, so I'm gonna share it here. This statue right here. Hopefully that anyone. Let me see if I can blow it up here. Okay, this is Florida. This is a Florida statute here. Okay, bear with me here. Just gonna try to. This is a Florida weather modification. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll post this link down the description below. Okay. Oh, let me see here. Try to get back. It's lot of garbage here. A lot of state statutes here. Bear with me. Still kind of new doing this presentation, so you just bear with me. Just trying to find my place. If for some reason I can't find it, okay, I see where I'm at. I just wanted to show you where, what this page is. This is over at the Florida government website. So here, okay, artificial weather modification operation, license required. Okay, folks. Now, they literally tell you right there, folks. Really. I mean, no person without securing a license from a department shall cause or attempt to cause by artificial means, okay, concentration of precipitation of rain, snow, hail, whatever, moisture, water, okay. So if you read here, if you continuously read it, it's just basically you have to have a license, basically, okay. They're not going to allow people to do all this stuff without going through the state. Okay. All right. So the state is issuing a license to do whatever they do, whatever chemicals, how they're manipulating the weather. It could be controlling a hurricane. It could be throwing some crazy hail that's damaging our windshield or our property. Any one of our could be smashing our windows, whatever, tornadoes, you name it, folks. So, so the state, Florida, for example, is definitely issuing a license, so they know what's going on. Okay, this is it's right. I mean, they're literally telling you. Okay, so you need a license to basically to cause harm. Okay, and to damage property. I mean, it's a no brainer, folks. I was doing some as I was getting ready and before this recording, I was trying to find some other stuff here in regards to this topic, and I ran across this. This is a Facebook video. There's no sound in this one, so I'm gonna blow it up, and you just take a look at this. This is 50 sec. This clip is like 56 seconds. Hold on one second. Let me try to blow it up. I'm gonna hit play, but there's no audio now. Well, there's no voice speaking, so but yeah, check it out. See, this is what they put in below the planes. This is their little operation, the chemtrails. Now, this is in Florida, 1975. See that? Okay, folks. This is their little operation in 1975. Now I'm going to show you. Now here's the next state that's involved in the weather modification program. Louisiana. Okay. Okay. You need a license to basically modify the weather. Okay. You can look this up, folks. Okay. Enter into a cooperative agreement of contract with the state or federal government or private industry with respect to any project involving weather modification. So yeah, the federal obviously is involved. You know, I used to travel through Louisiana a lot, and if anybody's listening, if you are from Louisiana, you probably, you just probably know or you experience, or anyone that's living in Louisiana has suffered so much storms, especially through the path right through the right down the south of Louisiana going up north. But I used to travel through I-49 and from Shreveport to going towards Baton Rouge, and but when it was like whenever there's a heavy storm that passes through Louisiana along that route to I-49, the farms along that stretch of I-49 going south Louisiana, the farms are flooded. They're like literally flooded. I'm like, I felt so bad for the farmers there. I'm like, wow. I'm like, how do they do it? And all that property damage. Crops that's, have too much excess of water, they damage the crops. I mean, it's like you have a plant and you put too much water, it drowns the crops. So, I mean, all the farmers, they lost so much off of this program. So they damage property. Okay, and a lot of people apparently got killed with flash flooding, tornadoes. I'm going to emphasize this in this clip here. I just want you all to really take this information in that I'm sharing here. And then I show you this next window here. Gives you more of the Louisiana revised statute here. It's Title 37. Then I scroll down here to the bottom. I highlighted this early. Yeah, weather modification. And this chapter means the changing or controlling by chemical. See that? Means the changing and controlling by chemical, mechanical or physical method. Okay, the occurrence of lightning or participation of rain, hail, mist, sleet, snow. Okay, folks, it's right there. This it's right in their mouth. This is their words, not my words. Because I have to talk like this because there's too many naysayers, too many people, conspiracy theorists. Because the CIA done a fantastic job saying this term conspiracy theorists because it kind of get people to be as ignorant, and those that actually in the know what's going on, people say conspiracy theories. But if you all you want proof about the stuff, what's going on, and what I'm saying, I'm showing you all the proof right here. Here's another. Here it is. Look at this. Evaluation of operation report. This is another statute here. An act of yeah, the commissioner shall evaluate each weather modification operation and publish the result of such evaluation in an annual report. This was added by the Acts of 1956. I'm gonna put these links in the description below, folks. Okay. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna share you the next state here. That's involved in the weather modification program. The Lone Star State, Texas. Yep, they got their own weather modification program. Okay, you have to be licensed too. This is truly unbelievable. I really feel angry. Um, I just feel so angry, honestly. Just this topic alone, and because I know what we're dealing with, and you combine these things together, it's like I'm so animated. It's not just become expressing my passion. I'm just so furious. I am. I am. Trying to contain myself as I do this, but it's audio here. So, anyway, so yeah, folks, I'm gonna put the links below here. I'm pretty sure you can read this. I just want you to really uh, look this up for yourself. Even though you're looking at this in the video here, I just want you to see this, and really just do yourself a favor. Read and research, okay? Cloud seeding, uh, you know, that's been done for a long time. It's all it's included with the weather modification. So you have companies create clouds and all that, and obviously they're gonna make it like it's for they're trying to help other places that in need of water, folks. I mean, we shouldn't be manipulating the weather in the first place. Okay, it's full of it. All these extreme weather situations going on, the tornadoes and how tornadoes behave. And I've heard reports that tornadoes, they suddenly uh, jump out of nowhere, and then for example, a funnel cloud just drop on one house, and then the other houses so happen to be in a clear path. It's like someone just literally just use a tornado. Let's just control this funnel cloud and just push it right there, and then boom, let's drop this tornado right in that house. Okay. I mean, it's pretty it's pretty damn obviously that they could do that. They have the means to do stuff like that. But yeah, there's three companies I'm going to also put in the description below. There's three private entities that's involved in the weather modification. Uh, the state federal government, as well as the U.S. military, for example, and other agencies are involved, and especially the U.S. military. U.S. military is definitely one of the major players. So I want to put that, just point that out there for you all. So it's just, man, it's just truly. it's all the people died. Wow. And especially in Texas, um, during the wintertime, uh, people, I mean, it's, Texas get hit with this sleet, this sleet, and they don't, they just don't take care of the roads. Obviously, it's on purpose. The roads are like ice. They don't treat it. They don't get it prepared for their people lose control because folks in Texas they're not used to driving in certain conditions. So looking at the consistency just about every time in Texas about in regards to the sleet, it just makes you wonder like what the heck, and there's no improvement at all. So it's just I've just been putting pieces together over the years, and obviously now looking at learning about the weather modification, for example, and how just about almost every February or January or February, North Texas, for example, get hit with this sleet rain, and people uh again people are not used to driving these conditions and then folks people get in accident and they get killed. Okay, and I just want to just want to bring it back that who's responsible for the icy road conditions. Okay, who's responsible, right? It's the people that's issuing the license for these entities or individuals, folks, to do this type of operation. And of course, I will add the U.S. military is involved, folks. Now, you're probably asking yourself, well, why, why are they getting away with this for so long? You know, well, to me is it's obviously simple for me to understand why they do this. Well, one they're criminals. Uh, you know, they are definitely murderers. Um, you see, this system has been manipulating us for a long time through political ideology, through propaganda. Uh, People, the general public doesn't really quite fully understand what's going on around them. That's unfortunate for us, very unfortunate. And we are too busy spending our energies on unimportant matters. So you have situation like this, the modification, cloud seeding thing. These are one of the real issues that people need to know and take action. But because we're so preoccupied with the political dog and pony show and other unimportant matters, right? They're gonna continue get away. And of course, they got their so-called quote unquote experts. They're gonna obviously be in denial and acting like they're doing something for the quote unquote greater good. Okay, so it's because they really think of us as we're just basically stupid people, adult children that argue and get divided and point fingers at each other, and and the system will continue to do what they do. They will continue modifying the weather, and they're gonna more people gonna get killed by these weaponized weather. These tornadoes, these hurricanes, and hail, and flash flooding. Right, a lot of stuff. And I will, certain like states like Texas, for example, they go through this heat wave. Okay, they control the rain. They could not make it rain. Last year in Texas, actually, matter of fact, in North Texas, uh, in the Dallas Fort Worth area from May to like August, if I remember correctly, there was no rain. It's barely any rain. I used to make joke with my friend of mine that are they going to put the switch up there in the sky to put the rain on? You know, I mean, seriously, there was no rain, and I'm looking at the grass and the trees and everything. It's yellow. The damn grass is like yellow. You know, so it's like this is the dilemma. You know, they could control the rain. This is truly this is criminal. Here, I'm going to show you this. And the U.S. the federal is involved in this just to show you another evidence here. Okay, you can look this up too. I highlighted this right here. Okay, they're just basically saying that if anybody's just doing things what they're not follow, you know, if they, you know, violating policies and nonsense about reporting people. But basically, you know, you have to again, license required if you want to manipulate the weather to dictate rain and play with the tornadoes and hurricanes to weaponize them. So it's there for their control. So I'm really doing my best to really refrain from cursing because I really do. Um, I'm just heated, and I'm doing. I want to. I just want to just really share this, folks, because the urgency. You need to have the urgency, folks. Okay, you really need to have the urgency, folks, to do something. This needs to stop. This needs to stop. So I'm informing you, okay, for you to research, okay, for yourself and take action. I have some more stuff to share here. So look at this. This is in Florida last year, the aftermath of Hurricane Ian. Okay, the Floridians, they unfortunately they've gone through this year by year. It's unfortunate, but how many people in Florida know that the state issues license to modify the weather? How many people in Florida? I mean, the people, most people don't know that stuff. Would you look at this? Look at all that. You got a a boat on a road. Look, I mean, look at this. This is not, you know, people say Mother Nature, this is natural, the climate change and all that. The climate change, folks, let me just put it like this. When they say climate change, that's what they mean. Climate change is weather modification, cloud seeding. Okay, folks? So when they say climate change, now you know what they're talking about. Okay? It's not something that the earth is overheating and we're gonna get flooded. We all listened to Al Gore years ago. We just fell for this bunch of nonsense. But so they just play with us with a dog and political dog and pony show with the whole climate change BS. But what they was doing again is that they've been experimenting on us for decades and creating damaging property, cause they murder. I'm going to put it like this: they murder innocent people, children, okay, elderly, whoever. People have been killed through these weaponized weather, through tornadoes, flash flooding, you name it. I mean, especially in Oklahoma, they get hammered with with these tornadoes. I'm like, wow. I'm like, there's a weather modification in Kansas too. You need to look that up. I mean, these people know what they're doing. Here's another photo. I just want you to really take a hard look at these photos after everything what you learned so far in this video. Look at this. Look at this. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. These people at the State House that's occupying our State House are criminals. I don't care which fake political party they are, because I already exposed the fake parties. There's only one political party, which is totalitarian party. But whoever works in that state house is the enemy. They're criminals. Look what they've done. You think they're going to stop? No, they're not going to stop. They're going to continue because people in general, like I said, are preoccupied with the political dog and pony show. Yo, folks, this movie here, Geostorm. If you haven't watched this movie, I strongly recommend you watch this movie. Hollywood is literally telling you their plans because a lot of these films in Hollywood is, is basically public notice. They literally telling you what they're doing. But I won't tell you, I'm not gonna spoil it. But if you haven't watched this movie, watch it. Yeah, I was just doing I was digging and looking for some photos for this. So if we want to put a stop to this, you know, I'm not an attorney, so nor do I care to be one. So I'm gonna just share I'm gonna make some suggestions, but obviously it's for educational purposes. If we're gonna put a stop to this, okay, there's a couple of things we could do. Okay, the main thing I will say is that people, uh, you know, this is gonna get a little. I'm gonna try to make this part really short because it's a little it's not technical, but I definitely do a video about how people could become landowners and all that. But let me just share this. The reason, you see, what's happening above us, okay? It's all about it's all about land rights, okay? And because and if anyone's following me on Twitter, I've been tweeting a lot about the 14th Amendment, and I'll post a link about the 14th Amendment below my link tree and all that. U.S. citizens, okay, they are alien resided in the several states, okay, all right. Yes, you basically are an alien, even though you technically born in your state, but you're not domiciled in your state. You are commercially domiciled in DC. All right, I'll try to post that in the description. It's just I hope I have enough space below to post to put that down below. But U.S. citizens cannot be true landowners. Okay, landowners is basically called obviously they're called freeholders. Okay, now the thing is for them to fly above your land, it's invading your property. There's a maximum. There's a law maximum about that. I'll post that below. I will. So what I'm trying to say here that one this is not going to be a one two three process. People will have to become a free man and a freeholder of their state. You have to gain control of the state house because our state houses are occupied by insurgents. They are not the Republican form of government from the that's found in Article 4, Section 4 of the U.S. Constitution. Okay, this is an insurgent government. The 14th Amendment that wasn't ratified, okay, uh, created a new system with the help of the Reconstruction Act of 1867. So, if you want to gain control of the state house and restore the republic, because all of the stuff that's happening right now is not lawful. So, what I'm trying to say, folks, this system is not lawful. So we need to disempower the system to become a free man and be in a position to be a freeholder to gain. It's all about having inherent right to own land. Okay, that obviously being the freeholder, freeman, that puts you in the highest, that puts you in the authority. That puts people as a collective, if everybody become a freeman, freeholder again, like it was prior to the 14th Amendment political system, people will have control, have the authority in their community. You won't be having planes flying above you. You wouldn't be without your permission. You wouldn't be having anything invading your domain. This is your land is your domain and what's above you. Okay, yes, that is true. So the reason why the reason one of the reasons why this happened is because these planes, just planes in general. Okay, it's not just about chemtrail, but I just want to just follow me what I'm about to say. The plane that's flying above obviously indicates that there is no freeholders. It's basically the states, because U.S. citizens are an alien of the states are basically vacant. Okay, um, it's so to repopulate the state. Okay, with freeman freeholder, you have to remove yourself. You have to correct your status to be a freeman. Their U.S. citizenship is the major one of the major piece right there. Actually, is the problem. Actually, it is the main piece of this because they create the U.S. citizenship is a way to it's the way to control people. Okay, all right. So they need to create U.S. citizens because U.S. citizens cannot be freeholders. So they needed to get people off their inherent right to own property in order to do what they do today. Okay. So to go back with the weather modification, yes, they're going to continuously do that because, again, there's no freeholders. All right. Now, the process to correct your status to become a free man, okay, of your state, that's not going to be an overnight solution. It's going to take time. What can be done now? I believe what we could do in the meantime is to create a redress of grievances. Look it up how to write one. Write one to these so-called representatives, and send it to them. Send it through certified mail with green card return receipt. Say all the list of things that they're doing, far as the weather modification, how they basically cause harm, okay, to the point of death, how they damage your property, okay, send a redress of grievances. This is going to have to be done by a lot of people in every single county. You understand, folks? You have to do this by the numbers. You have to do this by the number. This is not going to be some one person do it all for you, folks. People are going to have to get together and do this. So look up, sent for mail a redress of grievances. This is um, another option that we could do in the meantime. Okay. The other thing is file a cease and desist order at the state supreme court of the weather modification. Okay. State exactly why and for the reason for the cease and desist, and put down the weather modification program. Say how it damaged property, how it, for example, my family or someone I love got killed because of a tornado touched down my house or whatever. Something. But if more people do this, okay, by the numbers now, okay. I mean, what I mean by the numbers, I mean for these people at the state house to be overwhelmed, it's going to have to be by the thousands, folks. Thousands, millions. I mean, if everyone, for example, in Texas, for example, you got Dallas and then you got people in Houston, for example, and you all bus in or drive, whatever, and you just line up and go right into the state house and submit that cease and disorder. Not state house, but the Supreme Court, excuse me. And then or you could do the redress of grievances to the so-called representatives at the county. Now, now let's just say None of those things work. You try to remedy, okay, or they do not provide the remedy, but you're seeking the remedy. Okay, you want this to stop. You've done everything you could, right? I wouldn't suggest protesting. I don't agree with protesting. I just say that it's best is that we all go to the state house, not state house, the Supreme Court, and submit a file a cease and desist order at the Supreme Court. Okay, all right. Get together locally. Don't involve anybody from office because remember, folks, they are the enemy. Just wanted to say that they are the enemy. Um, you're gonna have to get together locally. Get the word out. Share the stuff that I share. Share my video. Okay. Now, if none of the stuff that's worked, the cease and desist order at the Supreme Court, the redress of grievances, that don't work. Well, folks, the last resort will be this right here. That's right, folks. You tried everything you could, right? Peacefully for them to stop the weather modification program. Yes, that means to all of them. I'm not going to say certain things on YouTube, but I'm going to use this image. So every single one of them in the Supreme Court and in the State House, every one of them, for the crimes they have committed against us. That's treason. People, and I would say this in the original system, they definitely are, the punish. They could be punishable to this. I'm not gonna use a certain word on on YouTube, but yeah, definitely they could be definitely punished up to this point right here. Not just get kicked out of office, but this. Okay, so that will be the last resort, folks. It's gonna have to happen. I feel that honestly, I feel like the state where things at today and the system is lust for power, and they have no regards to us at all. You're nothing. You're insignificant to them. You're a cattle. That's what they see us as. So I am leaning that it's going to have to come down to this photo right here. It's going to have to come down to that. I know we're not conditioned to think that way for the most part. We're conditioned to, a lot of us, not all, a lot of us, we're conditioned to be compliant cheats. Okay, but yeah, this is going to have to happen, folks. But I definitely would definitely encourage, the redress of grievances, the cease and desist order at the Supreme Court, at the state Supreme Court, not the federal. Don't 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 deal with the federal court, folks. Just deal with the state court, the state Supreme Court. Okay. If we don't do nothing, folks, they're going to continue, folks. Okay. People have to take action. Get the word out. Be creative. Do a podcast. Be creative how you share it. But more people need to know this. Okay. I shared to you 3 different state statutes that they admitted that they license individuals, okay, and entities to conduct this type of to just to modify the weather. Go on and on. I just feel really man, these people are murderers. I just Anyway, all right, folks. Hit like and subscribe. Help get this channel out. More people need to know the truth. Yes, it is the uncomfortable truth, but more people need to know. I don't just talk about things to get people in a fear rush like some other people. Okay, I want to inform people. Yes, I do want people to get outraged. I want people to get outraged to the point of taking action. Because you have to remember, folks, these people, the usurpers that's occupying our state houses, they are very confident that we're not going to do a damn thing. And they're going to continue to do what they do. So, you know, I'm a man of action. I want to be, I want people to be informed, and I want people to get together, to band together and take action. I just wanted to thank anybody that's been researching the weather modification program, especially this gentleman here, Dane Wiggerton. Uh, check his channel out. Also, and also, if anybody that subscribed to my channel, thank you. I'll do my best to come up with stuff. There's so many things I want to do. Um, I just I'm doing all I can, you know. But this topic here, I needed to discuss it and do a video about it, because it's like I don't know how much proof people need to take action. Um, that's why I have to share these photos and the statues and everything. I just want you all to see for yourself. Um, all right, folks. Uh, again, hit like, subscribe. Thank you for stopping by and listening. I know it's kind of long, this clip, but it's very, I'm pretty sure anybody that's looking for truth and that's hungry, and even though things is not very pleasant, to hear, but I'm pretty sure, I'm hopefully that anyone's listening, you would definitely learn something and appreciate this information I shared. Um, thank you so much, folks. I will definitely be back with another interesting topic. Thank you so much. Take care.